What's up guys, it's Crash, and a reveal trailer for a new game caught my eye and I wanted to talk to you guys about it and see what you thought. So in this video, we're going to go over some of the stuff in the art style and design and a little bit of philosophical discussion on what's happening with the first-person shooter genre, and I definitely want your guys' opinions down below in the comments. But anyway, this game that you see playing behind me is the reveal trailer for Marauders, and according to their Steam page, it's a tactical first-person multiplayer shooter set in an alternative 1990s where the Great War never ended. Now, as you guys know, the Great War generally refers to World War I, but in this trailer it seems kind of odd. They're all World War II trailers in space. But the thing about this is I'm seeing more and more of these extraction type, or if you want to say Tarkov like game modes coming out. These game types, as Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 is set to have a DMZ according to leaks and rumors, which is going to be like that. The Cycle Frontier is in its second beta, and a lot of people have been playing that and really enjoying it. It seems like a more accessible type Tarkov, not quite as in depth as the original game. And this one looks interesting. It's kind of in space like the Cycle, but as you can tell, the art style is a little bit more, in my opinion, kind of like Wolfenstein, like the new Wolfenstein games kind of. In the Steam page they call it a diesel punk look instead of like steampunk, so it's kind of got that industrial feel to it. But it just looks like a really interesting game mode, and I've kind of been wondering and asking myself if these extraction type games are the next battle royale and the next fad to catch on. And these games have a lot going against them. Tarkov is probably, you know, the pinnacle of that and depth and gameplay, and still partway through the white, people start to become disenfranchised with Tarkov. You kind of run out of reasons to go back into Tarkov once you escaped. I've personally kind of hit that wall where my tasks are feeling pretty impossible, and I don't have a desire to level up and play. I kind of have most everything unlocked with the traders, and it's just kind of in a weird space for me. And I think that could be an inherent issue with these extraction type game modes. The Cycle hasn't been out long enough to see if that kind of hits with that type of game where there's a little bit of twist on how the servers work and how long people are in the raids for. But if we go to their Steam page, there's a couple key features they talk about which we can go over really quick. It says, gritty diesel punk world, discover a brutal dystopia where the Great War never ended and survival is in looting and exploring among the stars. So it looks like maybe your ship acts as your hideout, and you can fly around to other ships and go in and raid and loot and try to survive and get the things you need. It also talks about weapon crafting, raid, loot, escape, plunder a sci-fi battleground and embark on daring raids for troves of valuable loot, then get out alive to claim your spoils and turn a healthy profit. So it looks like there will also be an in-game economy like most of the looter shooters. Tactical FPS combat, work alone with or up to 3 other players to survive intense combat encounters with realistic bullet simulation against enemy teams and AI opponents. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they do with like real-time ballistics and things like that. Persistent gear and XP, keep your best gear match to match and tweak your favorite weapons with mods using XP to unlock new items and increase your chances of survival. So we get a little bit of a sneak peek at the inventory system. Here's another screenshot of the inventory systems you guys can see that I took from the trailer. You guys can kind of see what is in there and things like that. We can get a little bit of idea of how that's going to work. And then yeah, here it goes into a little bit more with the spaceships. It says upgradable spaceships and explosive sci-fi dogfights, upgrade your ship's armaments, build a brand new craft with scavenged resources, or take someone else's by force. So yeah, that's essentially all the information on the Steam page. Since the trailer was out today, you can now wishlist it over on Steam. It appears it's going to be PC only, at least for now. And I just wonder what you guys think of all these extraction type game modes, looter shooters, if this is going to be kind of the next wave like battle royale. I feel like it's not as viral as kind of battle royale. You know, when PUBG came onto the scene, that went crazy. We haven't really seen that yet. Tarkov is definitely picking up steam, but we have to keep in mind this is an indie studio of a small team, and Tarkov has taken several years to get to where it is at now, with more to add and more to come. It's difficult for me to see a path where a small indie studio is going to compete with the depth and the content in a game like Tarkov, which is just massive and ultra complicated in my opinion. But I feel like at the same time, there is also a place for a more accessible Tarkov Lite that somebody's going to try to come up with. Somebody's going to try that recipe. I feel like we're getting closer. This could be it. The DMZ coming with Modern Warfare 2 could be it. But if you get that same tension, that little bit of gear fear when you find something cool and you're trying to escape and get out, if you can harness that with a little bit more accessible game style where you don't have to spend 3 or 4 months just to kind of understand what everything in the game is, if you can kind of hit the ground running but still get that same tension, I think that could be a winning recipe. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments what you think of this game, the Marauders. It looks very interesting to me. We'll definitely keep an eye out when they start to do play tests and stuff like that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you later.